friends, it's Jessie here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. For today's video, I'm going to finally be closing out my November budget. Obviously, I'm quite late. I'm filming this on December 4th. As of right now, I haven't closed out November. I have not written out December. I'm very far behind. I've been keeping up okay with like tracking my spending. But I haven't been great about checking in with you guys here on YouTube. Been feeling a little under the weather, really tired, and just finding time to film has been difficult. But I'm here now to kind of go over how November has gone since I last checked in with you. We're going to fill in the actual columns of my monthly budget and figure out how we did overall. So as I mentioned, I have been doing a good job of keeping track of my spending. I just haven't been doing a great job of checking in with you guys here on camera. So you can see I filled in week 4. I did that kind of on my own time. I didn't film a check-in video. Just didn't have the opportunity to film, wasn't feeling up to it. I have written out all of my spending for the last few days of the month and kind of checked all of that in here with week 5. You can see I am over budget a little bit in food and household category, but I'm significantly under in quite a few other categories. I've, added all of my expenses for the week in here. So all I really need to do with you guys today is figure out my variable spending, how much overall I've spent, and then see how we did overall for the month. So there is a bit of a stutter in what I've shared with you just because I haven't been up to filming, but just know that I have been keeping up with it, just not necessarily the YouTube side of things. So throughout the month of November, we did really well with our food and household budget. You can see the first couple of weeks especially we did well. This third week, I wrote in that we spent $269.97. What we actually spent that week was closer to $400, but I was able to pull some money out of a sinking fund, our holiday sinking fund, to cover part of what we spent for Thanksgiving, so that helped a little bit. Even so, though, we did go a little bit over budget with our food and household. We had 4 days, I think, where our water here at home was actually shut off, and then we had like boil water advisories. They were fixing a water main, and that led to us eating out a little bit more than I anticipated, buying more like bottled water, that sort of thing. So that played a part in this, but overall, like $85.28 over budget for food and household isn't bad, considering there's definitely been months that we've been $400 over budget. So really quickly, let's see. We started out the month with a budget of $12.50, and we ended up being $85.28 over budget. So if we just add that $85.28 to $12.50, we spent a total of $1335.28 in food and household. That includes all of our groceries, any household items like laundry detergent, toilet paper, that sort of thing, as well as any eating out. So yes, it's high. We are a family of 4. I would love to be able to spend less than this, but with inflation, with us eating out as much as we do, that's about par for the course. So it was a 5-week month in that there were 5 paydays. I typically do my grocery shopping on Tuesdays, so there was 5 Tuesdays in the month, which led it to be a little bit higher. I'd like to ultimately keep it around $1,200 a month for all of those things. We do our best. We're not perfect, obviously. So $1335.28 is what we spent. Where we came in significantly under budget, though, was gas. So this month of November, we ended up driving quite a bit less. A lot of the activities that my son is involved in kind of ended with October. The weather has definitely been much colder throughout November, and when that happens, I tend to become a little hermit and just hang out in my house and not want to go a bunch of places. So, each week I was putting gas in the car as needed. This first week it cost me $36 to fill up. Nothing the second week. The third week it cost me $79. We did quite a bit of driving this week with going up to our camper for my husband had a hunting trip, so it cost a little bit more that week, but then the following week was nothing. And then this last week, $57.52. So overall, we had a budget of $300. We ended up with $127 of that $300 remaining. So I'm just going to subtract that, $127.48, and that means we spent $172.52 on gas for November, which is phenomenal. Love it when we can come in under budget. For spending, we always stick to our spending budget. We don't typically go over. If we end up spending above and beyond what we have set aside for spending money, that would typically become an unbudgeted expense. So we budgeted $625, we spent $625. That was $125 for the month of November for Austin, so $25 a week. $60 a week for my husband, and then about $40 a week for me. I ended up spending quite a bit in one large chunk, but it's still in the end all evened out and I didn't do any overspending, so that's nice. And then miscellaneous is another area where we came in under budget, which is great. It helps offset that over budget category of food and household. So we set ourselves a $200 budget for miscellaneous, and at the end of the month we still had $146.68 remaining, which means we only spent $53.32. So that is awesome. So if you look here in this monthly section, this is my hybrid budget, by the way. Hybrid budget worksheets. I use this to keep track of my entire monthly budget all in one place. It's phenomenal. You can see the amount that I budgeted and then the amount that we actually spent. So let's add up these actual columns here to get a subtotal and see what I have left for savings and sinking funds. That's kind of how I've been doing my budget as of late. I budget everything out, and then if I come in under budget, I'll have a little bit more to put towards sinking funds for the following month. If I come in over budget, then I have less to work with for my sinking funds. And sinking funds for me are just like short-term savings goals. So in terms of the bills that I have here, it looks like I came in under budget in all of my categories. Literally the only category we were over budget in was that food and household, which is pretty standard for us. So I'm just going to add up all these actual totals. 553 plus 3405, 69. So our subtotal then for all of our bills and all of our variable expenses came to $4,757 with 52 cents. So even though we were over budget in food and household, we came in under budget enough in all the other categories to more than cover that overage. So we actually came in under budget for our bills, debt, and variable expenses by $216.48, which is amazing. We did take $138 and put that towards my son's car savings. We had nothing unbudgeted for the month, which is phenomenal. That's what we like to see. And so that means we're going to be able to put more towards sinking funds than the $888 we initially planned on. So we started our month with $6,000 that we were budgeting. Maybe a little bit more than that, maybe a little bit. It's definitely not less than 6,000, might be a little bit more. I just kind of round everything to make it easier on me with the whole numbers. But if we take out the 4,757.52 we've already spent on our bills, our debt payments, our variable spending, that leaves us with $1,242.48, We'll subtract the $138 we put towards my son's car, and that means that we're going to have $1,104.48 to put towards sinking funds for the month of December, which is awesome. And if that math all adds up, 4,757.52 plus 138 plus 1104.48 should be 6,000, and indeed it is. That's my zero-based budget. So that means this 1104.48 is going to roll over into next month, and that will be what we put into sinking funds for December. Overall, it was a really great month. I wish I had done a better job of checking in with you guys and showing you how well we did because it was such a great month. I feel like a lot of times if I fall away from filming regularly, it's because I'm doing a poor job with my budget, but that was not the case at all. November was a great budget month for us. I expect December will hopefully be just as good. So be on the lookout for a December budget coming to you guys really soon. Hopefully I can find the time to sit down and film and edit that really quickly here, and then you guys will also hopefully see my January budget worksheet releases coming in the next week or two. I know I'm behind. I appreciate so much all of your patience and support. If you have not yet checked out my Vlogmas series, I am vlogging every day in the month of December from the 1st through the 25th, so if you want to see day in the life vlogs, see how my family and I are navigating December and preparing for the holidays, I'd love it if you'd check those videos out. They're going to be posted, you know, every day. You can't miss them. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't done that yet, and the notification bell so you can be notified every time I post a video. Lots of content coming your way in December. Hopefully that'll make up for the lack of content these last few months. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.